Yes, boss. 444 the world, back in here again, once again, dog. Happy to be here, happy to see you guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You see what it is that we're talking about today, right? Making the wrong choices will delay you in life, right? If you've never heard of that before, I'm gonna explain it to you, and as detailed as possible as well. When you jump out head first into the world with absolutely no direction at all, it's gonna be confusing based upon your environment, who you have around you, what you see, what you've been programmed to, right? But the thing about it that's so crazy is this. In life, sometimes we're gonna make mistakes, but those mistakes, some of them, we cannot take them back. We gotta live with it, right? And that i.e. is based on the choices that we make. That's why it's important to have proper guidance. It takes a village to raise a child, all of these type of things. Tell you why. Because when you make a bad choice, especially living in America, it's something where the system will throw the book at you and hinder you for it. So it's like, yo, we believe you're gonna do this crap again. You get what I'm saying? And rightfully so. The reason being why they do that is to keep you in the system, so you become a part of it. And it's like you grow into it to the point where when you have kids, your kids grow into it. You get what I'm saying? You become programmed to it, right? Now, when you make a bad choice, let's say you might have robbed somebody, stole, murdered, whatever the case may have been, grand theft, like whatever, you get caught for it now, right? Here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna have to take a L and sit on the bench. Now, when I say sit on the bench, it means you could have either went to jail, you could have went to prison, you had to do some form of community service hours, but you're gonna do something to take punishment and accountability for what it is that you've done. Whether you go away for a year, some months, some years, over 10 years, when you go to jail or you go to prison, wherever it is that they send you to, a psych ward, mental health institution, wherever, they send you away, but you're literally sitting on the bench like basketball. Tell you how. If you would have never committed that crime or done that act that you did, you wouldn't even be there. You get what I'm saying? But because you made a wrong move or something happened where you got caught up, guess what? You got to sit this one out now. And you got to sit down and think in your mind. Because the more you make wrong choices, it's going to hinder you and you're going to have to pay for it. You're going to have to sit on the bench. Just like, look at example, right? Look at, what's his name again? That rapper who was in the Hot Boys and Big Timers. Turk, right? Turk been locked up since I was a kid. Turk got out when I was an adult. Like, I'm out of high school, I'm an adult now, right? Do you know how long that was to go away for a crime that you committed? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, he's an artist. Not everybody comes home with the same similar situation, but you have to understand something. What he did in his younger years took away from him and it robbed him. He had to sit on the bench for a long ass time, dog. A long ass time. Give you an example of sitting on the bench for a long time when you do something wrong, right? There's two people at my job, right, that I work with. And the job I work for, they give second chances to certain criminals. You get what I'm saying? Depending on the situation that you were in, right? And I seen something. Two of the guys that are there, that are working at the job, their situation is different. It's like in life, they're like way behind. So I had to ask certain questions. I'm like, yo, why is it that this person move like this, or why do they behave like this? They was like, you never heard? Such and such came out of prison last year, and he just got out like 2 years ago. And they're old, bro. Like 50s, huh? So, and I have conversations with them. And you know what lets me know that they were institutionalized? The way how they communicate, how they speak. It's like their vocabulary isn't up to date. It's like, you ever heard somebody that speak like that, like in a way where it's like, yo, this, where did you come from with this language? Like, it sounds like something back in the days, like in olden times, of like, you get what I'm saying? That's the way how they communicate. And I'm like, yo, what happened to such and such? Yeah, man, it's like, I don't know if it's from him being institutionalized, but it's like, that's just how he is now. If you think about it, that stuff plays with you. There's people who've been sitting for years, people who are gonna rot behind bars, and they're never coming home. Some people did not deserve what they got. Some people deserved it. Some people falsely accused. And there are some people that are out here that deserve to be behind bars, and they acting like they're so gangster and so tough. But let them get some cuffs slapped on them, they turning into a friggin' man. Oh my God, oh, I'm going back here. Yeah, you did everything possible to get thrown back in there. You get what I'm saying? When you do certain things in an ill-advised way, or you live fast, you're gonna school yourself. Looking at those guys, I don't think, and it's not even being funny, I can't even laugh for this, bro. I don't even think there's really like an English teacher that could save them, dog. That's how bad it is. And yeah, they can be saved. I'm just giving it to you as an example. They have been so institutionalized. I heard one of them was locked up for over 20 years. Then the next one was like over 15 years. You get what I'm saying? Yo, what did you do with your life? Your whole life you spent in prison, huh? There's some people that prison robbed them of their life, and they'll never know what the outside looks like. There's some people that went into prison when certain shoes were never out, and they came out like, geez, what is Air Force Ones? I've never heard of this before. What is Vans? What's a Balenciaga? You'll be like, where have you been? That's a touchscreen phone? That's what they look like? There are people like that. That's how so much people have been sitting on the bench. And you know what causes people to go ahead and sit on the bench? Peer pressure, lack of direction, lack of proper discernment, I'm gonna be honest, it's a lack of a lot of things. But there's a lot of people who go and sit because of the fact that they feel like there's not enough out there for them. There's not enough to help them, or there's not enough in the pot. I'm gonna be honest, there's more, dog. There's more than what you think, bro. If I told you, and man, let me tell you something, man. I've been through some things in my life where I could have felt like, yo, I want to end it all. But something was like, nah, keep going. There's something else there, bro. If I'm sitting here on this camera talking to you guys, bro, and I explained to you my story about what my mother did to me and abused me and all of these things, bruh, I contemplated suicide before, bruh, because I couldn't get answers or help from nobody in my family or really anybody. Is God, bro. If it wasn't for God, bro, I'd be dead right now, and I'm not even playing with you. I had people come against me in some crazy ways, bro, and I never did anything to you. I've been feeling this pressure since I was a kid. That's why I said, yo, I die, man. At least I want to die for something that count, bro. You get what I'm saying? I'm tired of you little bitch ass niggas who out here, you act like you're so hard, but when them fucking bars get closed shut, I know niggas who act so gangsta on the street and been on the inside, and it's like when you got up that road, you tried to commit suicide because you not that gangster, you not that lit, you not that hard. You get what I'm saying? And you find out, oh, I was doing things for the wrong reason, and then you come out here trying to act like a certain thing and still try and prove yourself. What are you trying to prove, bro? That's the biggest trick of the devil. You don't have to prove shit to a soul. If you're a kid and you're listening to this, or you listen thus far, if you got friends like, yo, I stole that, or I did this, you can't do it, tell them, bro, I don't care, you can have it, I don't care. Because when you get caught, guess what? They're going to want to try and put you into it as well. Because there's some people that see your greatness way before you, and they want to see if they can stop you or out your life. That's the dirty part about life. There are some people that don't care about you or whatever the case may be. If I can sink your ship or throw a wrench in your plans to make you have to just sit back, stall you in the race of life, I'm gonna do it, bro. And it becomes funny as hell to people. And what people don't realize is when you shortstop the next person of the same color, guess what? You're doing the opposition's job. You're doing the elite's job. You get what I'm saying? And here's something else that people don't know. When people that you shortstop pick their chest up and continue running on the race of life and get to the finish line, you're a dead man walking. You know that, right? Don't play stupid games with people you know you cannot afford. Don't write a check your ass cannot cash. I know people that talk that suave cocaine dope. It's like, you so gangster, boy. Listen, I know all of your enemies and all of your secrets. I want to play chess with you. I really want to see it to prove a point that you're not really gangster. Because being a gangster and a thug is a made-up personification. That's not even real. I forgot where that came from. Greek, from the word gang or thug. I don't know if that's from the Greek times or Greek mythology, but I'm gonna break down all of that shit and I'm gonna make some people feel stupid on here, bro. You're not a thug. That's a false made-up persona. In life, if you're gonna trick somebody and make sure that the game is hard, you gotta study the game to understand how to play it. Once you play the game off of how you studied it and you've seen that certain test runs and algorithms work, then you can go out there and have a ball and wreck shit. You know how long I've been trying to figure out certain things? For over 20 years. For over 20 years. For over 20 years. For over 20 years. While you got some people out here that never even spent not even 2 weeks trying to even get a job. There's some people, oh, I just filled out an application, and the only thing they got right on there is like their name and their birthday, dog. And that's another thing about jobs. And bro, like, if I sit here and tell you half the secrets and stuff that I've learned, a lot of people who know this stuff will be like, yeah, that's true. But there's some people who do not know this stuff, bro. When you go for these jobs and all of this, a resume and all of that, be punctual, eye contact, all of that, they do these extras to help kill people confidence who feel like, man, I can't do that stuff. I know the streets though. You get what I'm saying? There's little things that they do out here that hinders and harms people, and it short stops them, and they feel like, yo, I'm never gonna see the light of day. Light of day is here, bruh. I promise you, if you wipe the crumbs out your eyes and try it a different way, bruh, you'll see a whole nother result. Here's the problem. There are some people who've given wrong information and some people who are paid to give wrong information. All because why? I'm getting a check for hush money, so as long as I trick and confuse my own people, you'll pay for me? Dog, there's gotta be a special section in hell for little house niggas like that, dog. Yo, so if you pay me, I can trick people? You ain't even check and be like, yo, this is fucked up, and try to make it right, or let me see if I could go do something for my... Bro, there's some people who just like, nah, it is what it is. At least I made it to the finish line. It is what it is. And that's the problem. Everybody has this for themselves type mentality. Well, I made it. My cousin made it. Here's the thing. When somebody crosses the finish line in life and it wasn't you, watch out. Because that doesn't mean that you're entitled or you're gonna have a spot. It's based on your morals, your ethics, who you are as a person, what you stand for, what you believe in, that can possibly put you in the ending situation where things is a little sweet for you. Where do you think manners and respect come from in longevity? There's a lot of people who don't even have manners nor respect, but they feel like they're the shit and they deserve every fucking thing in the world. You don't deserve shit but a friggin' ass whooping. There are some people who walk around with these facial expressions like they're more than the next person. That, oh, who are you? I'm a god. I'm no, get away from me. There are people who behave like this. I'm not perfect, but whenever somebody pisses me off, you're gonna get the signs and the vibes. Yo, you know what? Let me get away from this dude real quick. Yeah, do that. There are some people who sat on the bench, and when they got back into the game, guess what? They headed right back to the bench because they made another foolish mistake. That time that you take, if you catch time or you get time, take that as time to think and come up with a master plan to do something right, do good, so you don't have to run into certain issues. You know what I'm saying? When you do this type of stuff, it helps you out in the long run, man. It helps you out in the long run. By not short stopping or robbing the next person, you chose to do things the right way, and life just got a little bit easier for you. Just a little bit easier for you. But at the end of the day, remember this, nobody's perfect. We all go through some form of obstacles, some form of ups and downs, but it depends on you as a person, what you do, what you want out of life. What is it that's going to make you continue going? Or say, you know what, I'm not going to go to the bench again. I'm going to stay in the game this time. Damn right. If you are a person who went to jail, you went to prison, you went to feds, you went to a mental psych ward, and you came out, dog, like a champion, guess what? Much love and respect to you. Because there's some people who aren't built like that to just get it right that first or that second time. There's some people that first or that second was all they had, and that's it for them. You get what I'm saying? Do what you can do in life to make sure you make the right decision so you don't end up having to go to the bench, dog. Because when you go to the bench and you have to sit out the game, you can sit out for long periods of time, and it's no telling when you're going to get back in the game, bro. No telling at all. But remember this, when you put God first and you have your heart in the right place, I promise you, you won't never have to go back on that bench. If you're on the bench, you're going to come off, but the lesson you learn is going to help you so you never have to go back on that bench, bro. You get what I'm saying? That being said, it's your boy 444 The World. Love the hell out of everybody on here, bro. Like, you guys don't know how much you really mean a lot to me, bro. For real. You get what I'm saying? Words can help you. They can hurt you. But here on my channel, I use them to uplift you because everybody on here is a champion, bro. Nobody's a loser, bro. You get what I'm saying? Nobody's a loser. Just don't go back to the bench, bro. If you did something that hindered you or got you in trouble, do your best to see what was the mistake or what you did wrong. Somebody you can reach out to or talk to. I'm pretty sure they have certain helplines, self-helplines, or people you can speak with. You get what I'm saying? There's things available that you can do, bro. With that being said, it's 444 The World. Love you guys. Peace.